Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit about the calculator today. So this video is how to enter fractions into the calculator, how to do stuff with fractions in the calculator. So whenever you're putting a fraction into this graphing calculator, you need to make sure that you enter it in parentheses. So for example, if I'm entering the fraction 1/2, I would enter parentheses 1 divide 2 close parentheses. Hit enter, I get my decimal of 0.5. A really cool thing that you can do with the calculator is you can use the calculator to turn decimals into fractions. So I've got that answer of 0.5. If I go to the math button and notice how the first option here says frac, that stands for fraction if you didn't know. If you go ahead and hit choice 1 or just hit enter because it's on highlighted choice 1, you'll see that it takes your answer and it has a little arrow and it says frac. Hit enter one more time and that will take your answer, that decimal, and it will turn it into a fraction. You're going to use this a lot in this class because all of your answers should be written as fractions. How about another example? If I have the decimal 0.825, I could figure out what the fraction for that is by, again, going through and hitting math. Choice 1 is fraction, enter, enter, and that gave me the fraction 33/40ths. I didn't know that, and I would have not known that, but there it is. I have the decimal 1.25. Math, back, enter, fraction 1/8. Really, 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 really useful tool on this calculator here. So anyways, let's say you're doing operations with fractions. Let's say you're trying to add, subtract, multiply, divide fractions. You can all do that within the calculator. You just need to make sure you're putting each separate fraction in its own parentheses. So let's say I'm trying to add 3/4 and 5/8. So parentheses, 3/4, 3 divide 4, close parentheses, plus new fraction, so new parentheses, 5 divide 8, close. Enter. Notice it will give you your answer showing up as a decimal. And again, we're just going to use that math frac option to turn it into the fraction that I want it to be. So math, choice 1, enter, and that gives me the fraction 11/8. Same thing with multiplication or division. If I'm dividing, let's say, 4/5 divided by, let's go, 9/10. Close my parentheses, enter. I'll leave repeating decimal. So now in this option, we don't have the choice to leave this as a decimal because of that repeating. We can't do that. We can't round that. We can't do that. We need to write it as a fraction. So definitely going to use the math frac option, and that gives me that option of 4/3. So that is how you deal with fractions on your calculator. Really cool.